Hi, in this video, I'm going to explain the different statuses in the MLS. Let's start with incoming. If you have a new listing, you will start adding your information to the listing in Netris. And once you want to submit it, because you want to save your work as you go, you have to go to the status tab at the very end of the page, right tab on the page, and choose incoming. An incoming status will allow you to keep going back and change things. You can even submit it when all the information is not yet put in. Once you're ready and you're ready to list, you have an option to have it coming soon before it goes active. For whatever reason, maybe your sellers need a couple more days to either get back to town or get out of town or take care of the pets to go somewhere, whatever. So that would be coming soon. A coming soon listing is already searchable on the MLS for us, for agents on Netris, okay? So if a buyer has a criteria that's matching your property, they can already see it and they will be notified that it's coming soon. The next one, once the contract goes live, it's the active status. The active status shows that it's already, you can go and show, and there are no contracts or no offers accepted on it yet, okay? The next one, when you accept an offer on your listing, the contract will go into active option, most likely. Most people will ask for an option period and pay for an option period so they can bring in their inspectors and they can make up their minds if they really want to buy this property or not. Usually 5 to 10 days. Once the option period is over, there are several different statuses that you can put in. Number one is that is the most well-known and well-used is the contingent, active contingent. The number one contingency is usually the financing. So that you will see on the third-party financing addendum, you will see the number of days that they need for the buyer to get an approval from the lender, okay? That's a contingency. The other contingency may be the sale of other property. And many agents just mark it as a contingent when you can actually mark it as a kick-out. That means that, okay, you accept the offer and you will wait for them to sell their house and whatever number of days it may take. Sometimes it's all the way up to the closing date. But if you get another offer from somebody else that you want to take, that is either a much better offer with the price or with the terms, now in that case, you have to go back to the buyer and tell the buyer that, hey, buyer, do you still want to keep buying this house? Then I will ask you to cancel your contingency. Or if you know that for sure that you cannot sell your house, well, here's your earnest money. Sorry, I'm going to sell the house to somebody else. You basically kicked out your buyer, okay? And then after the contingencies are satisfied, like the buyer is approved for the loan or they sold the house, then the contract will go into pending. Pending basically means just waiting for closing, okay? So nobody will really bother you during a pending status. From pending, once you go to closing, it can be, if you go to closing, this is number one, you will get into sold. So on the closing day, you have to go back to the MLS and mark it as sold and put in the contract date, the sold date on the MLS. There are other scenarios that may happen. Let's say you don't sell the house. For some reason, you couldn't sell it. You had 3 months, 6 months, a year, it didn't sell. It may have been a very expensive property or a specialty property that is hard to sell. What happens then? Number one, it can expire. Okay, if you don't pay attention to the number of days and the date when your listing agreement expires with that seller and you don't extend, now the system will make it expire. You don't change it into expire, it will just expire and show expired. That will give a chance to other agents to come and get that listing from you. So if you have a listing that is not selling, pay attention to the last day of the contract, get an extension, or cancel it before the extension. If you cancel it, there's a little bit less chance that people will bother your seller trying to sell the property for them, okay? So canceled, if you want to cancel a listing for whatever reason, you will have to get the seller fill out the termination notice, and you have to send that to me. And I'm the broker can't cancel it in the MLS, so you have to let me know. Then we have withdrawn and temporary off market. Those are the statuses when, let's say, a house did not sell and they are doing some minor remodel. Let's say they replace the floors or they paint the walls, okay? So you withdraw it from the market so people cannot go while the workers are there. Or temporary off market, let's say holiday season, Thanksgiving or Christmas. So you just withdraw it so people cannot go and see it doesn't show active, okay? So these are all the statuses, and the order is incoming, coming soon, active, active option, active contingent or kick out, pending, and sold. Worst case scenario, withdrawn, canceled, or expired, okay? So let me know if you guys have any question about the timeline and about the statuses that you have to use, because you don't want to make a mistake marking it pending when it's still in a contingency, okay? We have to be accurate with the information that we provide to other agents. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.